In this video, I'm going to help you complete question number 1. What's the name of the website and web address? Now, this has to be cited properly using MLA 8 or MLA 9. I'm going to be using 9. It's very, very similar to 8 and should be very close. So the first thing I want you to do is to go to a website on this last post in your content, why and how do I need to give credit, in the bottom is know how to cite. And so I'm going to go to Purdue University website. That's the first thing I'm going to go to. All right. And if you scroll to the middle, you can see cite your sources automatically. So we're going to be using websites here. So it's already on the correct thing, but you could see you do book, journal article, or online video. I'm going to be using a website. All right. The one thing about this website, the Owl Purdue, is it does have a lot of pop-up ads and all those kinds of things. So don't worry about that. You'll probably have to watch one or two videos. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is pick out a topic that I want to research regarding my career. So for instance, I've picked out, do I want to be a college or high school teacher? And I'm just gonna, the whole idea behind this assignment is to evaluate a website, any website based on this. Now, that's just the question that I put into Google. You can put anything you want. You know, what are the work conditions of being a nurse in an emergency room? That could be the sort of thing that you want to do this little mini research project on, this information literacy project. So anything you want to type in the Google, we are going to be using Google for this. All right, I am not going to use the Reddit site, but that doesn't mean that you can't, okay? So if Reddit's the first thing that pops up, that's fine. We're evaluating the website. We're going to be kind of making a judgment on it. Is it good or bad? Does it help you? I'm going to use this Drexel University, the difference between a teacher and professor. So I'm going to click on that, and this is my article, all right, and website that I'm going to be using. So I'm not even reading it at first. I'm just going to cite it. I've already read it actually, and it's the site that I want to use. So you should also do that too. Read the site, see if it's one that you want to use, and maybe the judgment you make on it is bad. So it doesn't have to be a good website, although good websites can provide a lot of information when we go to do our projects on our college career, our future careers. So this is the website that I decided I wanted to use. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to copy that. Then I'm going to come back to the Purdue Owl and I'm going to paste that website right into the Cite machine, and I'm going to click Cite. And it's going to do some searching for that website, and it found it, so that's good. So I want to cite that website. And then continue, and like I said, there's a lot of pop-ups, but it's worth it, I promise. All right, so click here. All right. All right, so it's generated part of this citing. Things that it's missing are the first and last name of the author. So I'm going to go back to the website and see if I can find that anywhere on the page. So I'm going to scroll around, look around. A lot of times it has it under the title. So I'm thinking it's just the university that wrote this. They picked somebody to write this, but I'm going to scroll down just in case. All right, and see if there's somebody's name at the bottom also, because sometimes it does that. No, so in this case, it does not have that. And you'll see that some websites have the name of the person who wrote the article, and sometimes they don't. So in this case, it's really just the university that wrote that website. So I will come back over here. Let's see if I have any other author options. No, not really. So I'm going to leave the author blank. The website title is School of Education. I'm going to add to that Drexel University. So School of Education website. I think that the School of Education is probably the publisher and sponsor. Actually, let's keep that School of Education here. All right, it's not always clear, and you're not going to be totally wrong. The publisher and sponsor will be Drexel University right there. Sometimes those things are already populated for you. And then I'm going to see if there was a year that this was published. Sometimes that's obvious, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's at the top, sometimes the bottom, so we'll see. It does not have a date. I would just say, let's see. Yeah, so if you can't find it, you can't find it. So that's a judgment call I'm going to make on this, is that, you know, they don't have the date on it. So, but I did access it today. So I'm going to complete that citation. And here's where I have to view a sponsored ad. So I'm going to view the sponsored ad, but I'm going to pause this recording so that you don't have to view it with me. All right, so I viewed my ad, and you can see that it created a citation in MLA 9. If you click on that, you can see they have MLA 8 and APA and Chicago, and I don't know these other ones, but you might be in another class where they use APA 7. So be sure you have the right thing because it changes. So let me show you that real quick. If I change it to APA 7, it changes the way it looks. Not by much because of my particular website, but it will change it differently for other websites. All right, so we have this, and what I'm going to do is to copy this. So in some cases, you'll have more than one citation going on here, but you can copy all. So my citation's copied, and then I'm going to go back to my assignment, and I'm going to paste it right in there. You see how it's already changed it up a little bit. I don't like the way that looks, especially because, go back to citations, notice that the difference has to appear left, and it's a little bit aligned more so to the left than the second line. So we got to fix that up. So we're going to first delete the number 2. So I go up to that line and I delete the number 2. And I also need this to be double spaced. So I click back my paragraph. I'm not sure why it does that, why it alternates there. But I see my second line here. If I try to just indent that second line, the whole thing goes over with it. So let's move that back. If you press enter, you'll be able to move that in. Right, we'll move this back over, this over a little bit, and there we go, just like that. And I know that there's a little bit of extra gap there. This is just what happens on Word, and it is kind of annoying. But you can see that my top line is flush left, and the lines underneath are indented just a little bit. And so that's how you're going to complete that first number. Notice my second line, when I try to get to my second question on there, it's aligned there. I don't want that, so I gotta go backspace, then put the number 2, and then once you press space bar, it will align correctly with the number 1. And that's when I go back to my assignment. Is it here? No. There we go. Go back to my assignment and put the number 2 in. All right, so where did that go? All right, I found it. Then we get back to our second problem, or our second information literacy assignment question. Is it clear who has written this information? Is it clear who has written this information? And I would write something like, even though I do not know the specific author, it is clear that the website was written by Drexel University. So that would be something that I would answer mine. And notice that that is in a full sentence and so on. So it's it's going to be a little bit different for each one of us doing this assignment. So I can't say whether you'll see who your author is or not. It depends on what website you use for this information literacy. And we're making judgments on these websites anyway. So it could be a bad judgment, it could be a good judgment. I don't care either way. Sometimes we like to find better websites for these assignments because we want to be able to use that information in our upcoming career presentations and career projects. So yeah, a lot of times we want to find the good websites, but sometimes we have to find bad websites and rule them out. And so that might be what you're showing here. You might be ruling out this website. It might end up being a bad website because it doesn't give you a lot of information. So I'm not asking you to find the most perfect website for this particular assignment. I'm asking you to make a little bit of a judgment based on, your search. So I hope this helps with, finding a website and also citing that website, because we know citing is really important for college. All right.